Hello, this is Chrigel from Eluveitie and you're watching Metal Wani.
Okay, so thank you very much. Welcome to London.
Thank you.
How's your travel been?
The tour? It's been good.
Yeah?
Yeah. There's not that much to complain about. The shows have been great. Today is fully sold out and all the French shows have been sold out. Yeah, it's going good.
Yeah, you're touring till December with entire Europe. As you say, the response has been quite good so far.
Yeah, it has been really good.
Well, what's about the set list for tonight? Is there any surprises you could get?
Well, if I would tell you, it would not be a surprise. No, well, on this tour, of course, we're promoting our recent album, Origin, so we play quite a lot of Origin songs on the album. But we always try to make an interesting mix throughout all our discography. And we also play quite an extended set, around, I don't know, 1.5 hours or something like that. So it'll be good. Well, there will be one surprise, but that's actually not a nice one. Yesterday, Patrick, our backpack player, was forced to leave the tour for a couple of days, and we were trying to find a replacement. But of course, for today, that was kind of on too short notice. So I think tonight we will just have some whistle backing tracks from the album recordings, just so at least people can hear the whistles. The whistles I'm not playing myself, so yeah. But nevertheless, I think it will not be that bad. We'll do our best to make it good.
So your new album Origin is one of the best in your discography. But did you expect the album to reach such an amazing chart worldwide?
No. Well, I mean, there's always things you can hope for, but usually, to be honest, we never have that much expectations when you release an album, because after all, you just don't know. You just release it and see what happens with it. But what happened with Origins after we released it, that was actually really beyond everything we ever expected. And most of all, it was Switzerland. It entered the official album charts at rank 1. That was amazing enough, but it was at rank 1. It stood at top 5 or top 10, maybe, I don't know, for like 3 months or something. That's something that
good success for that.
That's something that never ever happened before in Swiss music history. That's because of course, there's a lot of melody in music, but after all, it's still extreme acting, extreme vocals and stuff. That was just not something unthinkable. So yeah, that was pretty great. Completely blew us away. Thankfully, of course.
While listening to Origin, I felt that the energy transcending the boundaries of just being music, and you got 16 tracks on the album. So what's the story? Could you just tell us about the concept of the album?
Well, in short words, it's kind of a concept album on Celtic mythology. But to be more precise, how do you say? Every human culture ever always had their own myths and legends about where they come from, how the earth came to be and stuff like that. And of course today, at least in our side of the world, the originally Israelic ones are a bit more famous, like Noah's Ark and all those stories everybody knows. But of course the Celtic culture had that kind of stories as well, and that's basically what Origins tells. But the particular songs on Origins tell. They're retelling like different ones of those Celtic mythological stories.
That's one of our next question, which is the tradition of oral histories has largely been lost most of the modern societies. So do you think that folk metal is playing a role in reviewing interests on the stories, and how do you feel that's important?
In a way, I do think it's important. But on one hand, I think culture itself is something precious. But most of all, I think it's important to not forget the past. I mean, you don't have to cling to the past, but I think it's a good thing to not forget about it, because you can always learn from what went wrong in the past and try to make it different in the future. But that folk metal thing, I don't know if maybe it does, but actually I think it's rather the other way around. You know, during the last 20, 30 years or something, you could actually observe a growing interest for, you know, ancient cultures, and especially, you know, local cultures.
Back to the roots, yeah.
Kind of like going back to the roots. So that was just like a social development, and who the hell knows where it came from. It just happened like that, you know. I wouldn't know. And I think folk metal is probably also like a consequence of that, you know. I mean, that's something that kind of you can observe that growing interest all over every part of society, you know, and all kinds of people, and of course also, you know, the metal scene, also metal people. So it probably is that way around, I think.
I really appreciate the way your deaf grow interlaced with Anna Murphy's astonishing voice, and that's make it quite a perfect combination. You did experiments quite a lot with your voice on the last album, so we'll be moving on the extreme. With what sort of mindset did you start recording your vocals for this last album?
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you. It's cool that you noticed that. I just, you know, since day one, since I formed Eluveitie, I always had a lot of ideas for, you know, the vocals, especially also like the death metal vocals. You know, I practice a lot, and I try to develop my voice a lot, and yeah, I think on each album there's some new things I learned how to do, and I just, you know, try new things out, and that's basically what I did on Origins too. And I don't know if you could, you know, call it a mindset. It's just like there were certain things that I wanted to achieve with my voice, and I try to do so.
You got an addition of a new violonist, Nicole Ansperberg, if I pronounce right, yeah? So how did contribute to the album?
Well, songwriting-wise, not that much. A little bit. She was rearranging some of her fiddle lines and stuff. But yeah, as I said before, mainly it's me to write the music. But you know, every musician has his or her own way of, you know, playing, and Nicole, I mean, she's a fiddle player since she was a little girl, and she's playing folk music since I don't know, like so many years now. And there's just a lot of raw energy in her playing, and that, of course, yeah, that was a huge contribution to her music. And honestly, I think, you know, getting her to our band was, for us, it was like winning the lottery or something. She was the best thing that ever could have happened to us.
So you guys been playing in India a few years ago. So how was the experience, and when can we expect you to return?
As soon as we get booked.
Yes.
And we really hope that will be soon, because we would love to come back to India. And the last time it was, until today, it was our most memorable show ever. And honestly, it was like one big brain fuck, but in the most positive and amazing way ever. It was just like, it just completely blew us away. And it was, yeah, as I said, our most memorable live show experience we ever had. So we really hope to come back soon.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.